corporations in the United States have been taking part in something called surveillance pricing, which means that they're charging some people more for the same items based on the fact that those people can pay for it. Their zip code shows they can. Other purchases show they can. This is an ugly story. We're talking about this morning. The way I see it is airlines all the time, right?
Yeah.
Talk about the airline, Ashley, to make people understand what's really happening here.
Yeah, so I do think the airline issue is the best example of this kind of surveillance pricing. So what happens is you get on your computer and say, you know what, either I have to take a trip for work or I'm thinking about taking the family somewhere. So you just quickly, you look at the flight prices. You get an idea in your head and you say, okay, so that's what we're looking at. You talk to your boss about the price, you talk to your spouse about the price, you go back a couple days later, suddenly it's $800 more per ticket. Well, that's weird. Nothing's changed. You still have the same number of seats. Why is it different? Because the surveillance pricing tells the airline, this person has now looked for it twice. They're serious about this trip, which means they're going to pay whatever you want to charge them. You can up their price. Meanwhile, you take somebody else doing the same thing, they delete their browser history, they clear their cache, clear all the cookies, you get the same price on Monday that you do on Friday.
In other words, it's starting to look like a Caribbean straw market, right?
Yeah.
Let's barter.
Right.
Only there's no barter. They know that you've got the ability to pay for something. This person has less ability, so they charge you more. And the ugly thing is, of course, it doesn't surprise me. What I think of Wall Street. This is being taught in a required course at MIT and Harvard, and it's called this pricing lab. And pricing lab is where they teach people how to do this. They teach CEOs how to take the system, create algorithms to where they said, well, we can charge Farron more because he makes a lot of money, and we can charge him a lot of money, but we can't charge this other person. You know what their argument is? Their argument is, oh, that's okay. It's good capitalism.
Yeah.
Because what it does, it extends this. Let's talk about a handbag. You want to buy a handbag for your wife, right? So they're going to charge you more because you got a lot of money. Or they've got this person over here that doesn't have quite as much money. And they're saying, well, the very fact that that person could buy a handbag, even though we charged them less and it enabled them to buy a handbag, we sold more handbags.
Yeah.
You see how crazy that kind of rationale is. And then they say this is good for the American consumer.
Yeah, and it goes so much deeper than people realize. David Dayen wrote this for the American Prospect. He's phenomenal on all Wall Street issues. So one of the things he talks about is that, like you mentioned, they'll look at your zip code and they will say, oh, okay, well, this person's in an affluent neighborhood.
Right.
So everybody in this zip code, whether you're affluent or not, you're going to be paying higher prices. Then they can tell what kind of device you're on. Well, this person's using a 7-year-old laptop that's barely making it by,
man.
so
Okay.
they can't pay the high prices.
Yeah.
This person's got the brand new top of the line MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
Go ahead and jump those prices up 10, 15% for this person.
Just by
Yeah.
taking a look at
And
what
they can
you're
tell,
using.
oh, he's on an iPhone 11. Obviously, he hasn't upgraded. He doesn't have that kind of money. Charge him less. Oh, she's got the brand new phone that came out 2 days ago. Yeah, she's going to pay 25%
and they also
more.
have, Farron, they know what your purchase history is.
Exactly.
Because your purchase history on everything. They see if you bought something for your wife that was hugely expensive. They said if he wants to do it, if he's really motivated to do it, he can do it. So what they do is they push that person as far as they can to the point the person says no, or the person makes the same mistake and pays too much for it again and again. There's got to be some FCC involved here overseeing this, right?
Well, no.
Not right now.
there needs to be. But you know, another thing that happens too, and this is something that...
When you said no, there is no FCC. No surprise there, right?
But one of the things that is so damaging about this too is the fact that they're now using AI to determine patterns.
Yeah.
And a good example of that, which you and I both know, is twice a year you're putting on this massive legal conference.
Yeah.
So you've got about 200 people in one building that all have to book plane
this building.
tickets
Yeah, buying plane.
twice a year to the same place.
Yeah.
So these AI, artificial learning, machine learning, they realize, okay, well, hey, every June, 200 people from this address
Right.
are going to be purchasing tickets to this place.
Right.
And they have to do it because they've been doing it for 25 years. So let's increase the prices for them. So we're getting screwed.
It's even broader than that, though. I mean, we bring in 2,000 lawyers from all over
Right.
the world.
And so
that
it
that
understands
lawyer
these
says,
lawyers-
okay,
yeah.
twice a year we know that they're going to go to Vegas. They have to be in Vegas, so let's jack it up. This is so damn ugly. I don't think, but FCC, as you point out, I don't know why I even said surely the FCC is doing something. Obviously they're not.